Growing up in this family was nothing short than never a dull moment, and it was very interesting. Still, our lives is never a dull moment right now. It was really cool, actually. I didn't really understand that not everybody did jiu-jitsu. I thought it was just kind of a normal thing people just did. It was kind of like, oh, some people do soccer, some people do that, some people do just kind of how it is right now. Obviously, it's gotten a lot bigger now, but back in the days, I didn't know that not everybody had a gi, and seeing someone in a gi was something very common. It only when I hit a certain age, maybe after my 30s, that I started to realize where I came from, what it is, and the impact that we have in people's lives. Is when I started seeing more closer to me the changes in people's lives that this sport could have. That's when I started to realize, man, I have a family full of people they're my heroes, and which is how amazing it is to be born in that. I feel very lucky and very privileged. And growing up in that house is nothing short than madness.
The fighting world respectively addresses him as the Grandmaster Rorian Gracie from Brazil. But my brothers and I are proud to call him father. Therefore, it's with much love and respect that I present this commemorative plaque to Rorian Gracie, the first Ultimate Fighter. On behalf of the Gracie family and the Gracie brothers, we are very proud to be here tonight. We hope you enjoy the show, and this is what real fighting is all about.
My dad has used this quote for me before, explaining to me what happened with the UFC. He says he had the baby, and then Dana took it to Harvard. So that's kind of how I feel with submission-only movement, is that I had the baby, and then Victor and Eddie basically took it to Harvard with the whole EBI thing. And then now with combat jiu-jitsu, which is kind of just, that's my newfound love, honestly, because I feel like that literally is the rebirth of jiu-jitsu. It's bringing jiu-jitsu back to its roots, how it originally supposed to be. And I think that's going to change the game. The women in my family, the ones that did even the self-defense, they were very strong women, very strong personality. And like I tell people all the time, it's like when you think the guys, they're very tough in my family, they're afraid of the guys, trust me, you'll be super safe with the guys, because you're probably going to get your ass kicked for a few minutes, but the women will drag you down for the rest of your life. So they're a lot more tougher than the guys in my family, for sure. They are like the glue that hold it all together. I'm very close friends with Cris Cyborg. She's one of my really close friends. She's actually the godmother of one of my little kids. And Kat Zingano, too, very close friend of mine. Rose Namajunas, I love her. I think there's a lot of women that are hidden. I think they're still seeing women as like a second, they're not really seeing it as the potential. And I think that as they getting some more title fights and they're doing this stuff, they can see how talented they are and how amazing they really are. And women are fighting, they're not just fighting in the cage, they're even fighting to be able to stand where they're standing right now, for all this equality, all this stuff. It's a constant battle for them. So I'm very proud of all of them, because it's a hard thing to do. Even sometimes you have families that kind of don't frown upon a woman fighting. So they have to deal with their own personal issues, with their own personal challenges that they face to get on the cage, and then once they get there, they're facing with different challenges of being in a sport that's mainly, dominated by men. There's so many amazing competitors out there, and brilliant, smart, intelligent women that just have the passion for the sport, and they're doing a phenomenal job. So I'm a fan of all of them. There's a very special few that I'm close to because I become friends with them, and definitely by far, Cris Cyborg is one of my favorite fighters. I think it's probably, from all the fights that Cris had, it's probably going to be one of the toughest fights he's ever had, but I'm looking forward to that match. And again, when I see women fighting against each other, although I'm cheering for Cris because she's my friend, it's a different relationship that I have. But I also, when I go there, I'm like, man, we're going in together. I also have like my heart for Holly too, and all the women that are going in together against each other. So I'm like, yeah, we're representing it.